Did you know that missing just one small requirement could cause the benefits you depend on to temporarily or even permanently disappear? Millions of Americans rely on monthly Social Security benefits, but this May, some recipients might face payment suspensions if they don't meet the necessary conditions to maintain their benefits. So, what's really happening? Who will be affected? And, most importantly, what do you need to do right now to avoid disruption to the benefits you're receiving? In this video, I'll analyze the common reasons why benefit recipients might have their payments suspended by the SSA so you can proactively protect your benefits right now. Common reasons your benefits might be suspended this May. 1. Not responding to SSA request letters. The risk of losing benefits can come unexpectedly. This May, some Social Security benefit recipients may find their payments suspended without knowing why. One of the most common causes stems from not responding on time to information verification requests sent by the Social Security Administration, SSA. Under current regulations, the SSA has the authority to require benefit recipients to provide documentation to verify identity, residence, or income status. This is part of the periodic review process to ensure benefits are allocated to the right person for the right purpose. However, if recipients don't promptly respond to these requests, benefits may be temporarily suspended. And if this situation continues for 12 consecutive months, benefits could be completely terminated, resulting in the loss of all previously approved benefits. The story of Elaine M., a retiree in Arizona, is a classic example. She received a letter from the SSA requesting verification of her residential address, as she had recently moved in with her daughter. However, she didn't read the letter because it was mixed in with a stack of papers, and she wasn't familiar with using her online account to check notifications. After more than 2 months without responding, her monthly benefits were suspended. It took nearly a month of redoing paperwork and making continuous calls to the SSA before her benefits were restored. The reality is that many elderly people aren't accustomed to monitoring electronic mail, or may not know how to use their My Social Security account to update information. Some people also face difficulties when relocating, changing temporary residence without notifying the SSA. These seemingly minor details can lead to major consequences, disrupting their only source of income at an unexpected time. Therefore, even if not everyone experiences a situation like Elaine's, this serves as a necessary reminder for benefit recipients to actively check their mail, update their permanent address, and if possible, ask children or grandchildren to help register and monitor their personal SSA account. Being proactive today can help avoid a long path of complications later. 2. Earning income above the allowed limit without reporting. Working after retirement? Even small earnings can cause benefits to be reduced. One reason Social Security benefits might be suspended this May doesn't come from a technical error or any sudden new policy, but from recipients' own desire to improve their income. For those who haven't reached full retirement age, that is, before age 67 for those born in 1960 or later, the Social Security Administration, SSA, applies income limits to control benefit payments. According to updated regulations for 2025, if a benefit recipient's total annual income exceeds $23,400, the SSA will deduct $1 from benefits for every $2 above this threshold. This means that just working part-time, or having an additional income source not reported in time, could cause recipients to see their benefits significantly reduced, or even temporarily suspended completely if income isn't properly reported. Richard D., a former mechanical worker in Ohio, shares that after retiring early due to health reasons, he still tried to work at a repair shop in his neighborhood to cover medication costs. He didn't think that earning a few $100s each month would have any significant impact, until he received a notice from the SSA that next month's benefits would be reduced by over $300 due to unreported excess income. With rising living costs, this left him barely able to make ends meet. Richard's situation isn't rare, especially when many elderly people believe that additional work is insignificant, or simply forget to report it to the SSA. Sometimes it's due to not clearly understanding the income threshold, or feeling that the reporting process is too complicated, causing benefit recipients to be complacent and only realize the consequences after their money has been deducted. It's important for recipients to understand that Social Security benefits aren't an unchangeable income. They can be adjusted based on many factors, and income is one of the clearest factors. If there's any source of income beyond benefits, even small, taking the initiative to contact the SSA to ask about proper reporting is the first step. Because in this system, failing to report can cause you to lose not just money, but also trust in the long-term benefit process. 3. Leaving the United States for more than 30 consecutive days without notification. The story of Lucia, a Puerto Rican retiree living in Florida, has become a memorable lesson. She went to the Dominican Republic for nearly 2 months to care for her premature grandchild. Thinking she was only leaving temporarily and all her documentation remained valid, she never notified the SSA. The following month, her benefits no longer appeared in her account. After calling to inquire, she learned that leaving the country without notification for over 30 days was the main reason the SSA suspended her payments. To restore them, she was required to return to the United States and reside there for at least 30 consecutive days, a regulation strictly enforced by the SSA to ensure residency eligibility for beneficiaries. This situation becomes especially serious if benefit recipients reside in certain restricted countries, including Cuba, North Korea, Belarus, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, and Uzbekistan. For these countries, the SSA will completely suspend payments regardless of residence duration, due to legal regulations and international transaction restrictions. For many elderly people, long trips aren't always carefully planned. A personal reason, an unexpected event, or even the desire to rest after a lifetime of work might cause them to temporarily leave the United States without considering the accompanying consequences. But in the Social Security system, where every payment is tied to clear regulations, skipping what seems like a minor notification step can cause all benefits to be disrupted. Therefore, if you or your family members are planning to go abroad, contacting the SSA beforehand to provide notification is very important. Whether you're leaving for a few weeks or months, transparent information is the best way to protect your own benefits. In many cases, early proactive action is much easier than trying to restore benefits after they've been suspended. 4. Changes in residency status or detention. When benefits are no longer automatically guaranteed. For many people receiving Social Security benefits, especially immigrants who have settled for many years or are in the process of maintaining legal residency status, understanding the connection between residency status and eligibility for benefits is essential. According to official SSA regulations, if a person loses legal residency status in the United States or is detained for more than 30 consecutive days, the Social Security Administration will suspend benefit payments. Notably, in these cases, benefits will not automatically be restored when the recipient is released or regains legal status. Instead, that person needs to actively notify the SSA so they can review and decide whether benefits can be restored, and if so, from what date they will resume. The case of Jorge Fist, an elderly man of El Salvador origin living in California, is a typical example. After becoming involved in an unclear civil dispute, he was detained for nearly 45 days. During that time, the retirement benefits he depended on were completely suspended. After being released, he thought payments would automatically continue as before, but in reality, no payments were sent. It wasn't until his son contacted the local SSA office and provided documentation confirming his release that his case was reopened, and the process of restoring his benefits took nearly another 6 weeks. Another case is Tanya G., who previously had a green card and was waiting for her citizenship application. During the time her application was delayed due to documentation issues, her legal residency status was interrupted for several months. The SSA suspended her benefit payments until she provided evidence of her restored residency status. She shared that if not for a friend working in the legal field who reminded her, she might have let the situation drag on and lost her important benefits for many months without knowing. Situations like these reveal a reality that many elderly people might not anticipate. When residency rights or personal freedom are interrupted, the Social Security system can no longer guarantee benefits as usual. In these cases, actively coordinating with the SSA, rather than waiting for automatic restoration, is the key to avoiding long-term loss of benefits. 5. Do you owe money to the government? Your Social Security benefits could be garnished without your knowledge. Not everyone realizes that an old debt to the government, such as unpaid income taxes or outstanding student loans, can directly affect their monthly Social Security benefits. But the fact is, according to Internal Revenue Service (IRS) regulations, if you have overdue federal debt, the agency can use direct deduction from your monthly pension payments. Currently, the maximum deduction is up to 15% per month, a significant amount if Social Security benefits are your only main source of income. And according to policy updates for 2025, regulations related to debt collection from benefit recipients will become stricter, reducing the ability to delay or renegotiate debt. Linda P., a retiree in Missouri, once faced this. After many years of living frugally and believing her student loan had been forgiven, she was surprised to receive a letter from the U.S. Treasury Department informing her that 12% of her monthly benefits would be deducted to repay her outstanding debt. She didn't know that the government has had the authority to collect federal debts through automatic deductions from SSA since 2001, and even less aware that new regulations would tighten this process further. In some cases, benefit recipients can request consideration for uncollectible debt status. However, approval is not easy. Recipients must provide clear evidence of financial hardship, such as high medical expenses, no other income sources, or caring for an ill family member. And even when the application is submitted completely, approval is not guaranteed. It's important for benefit recipients to understand that the government has the right to collect federal debt from pension money, and this process can occur without going to court or requiring prior consent. That's why, if you know you have an outstanding debt, or have ever received correspondence from agencies like the IRS, Department of Education, or Treasury Department, you should actively check your records and clarify your debt status as soon as possible. Necessary actions. Proactively protect your Social Security benefits. In a context where the Social Security system is increasingly tightening verification and review processes, being proactive is no longer an option but a requirement if you want to maintain your benefits steadily. Many cases of temporary benefit loss stem not from system errors, but from small things like missing a notification letter or forgetting to update a new address after moving. The first and most important thing is to regularly log into your My Social Security account, the official online platform provided by the SSA. Here, you can view all notifications, confirm requests from the SSA, check payment history, and respond promptly if asked to provide additional information. This check only takes a few minutes each month but can help you avoid weeks, even months, of benefit interruption. If there are changes in your income, address, residency status, or plans to go abroad, you need to notify the SSA immediately. These changes, though small, directly affect the calculation of benefit amounts, as well as your ability to maintain eligibility for assistance. Many people remember to notify their bank or insurance company when changing addresses, but forget that the SSA needs to be similarly informed. For those living or temporarily staying abroad, contacting the nearest SSA office or through the U.S. Embassy or consulate is necessary to ensure benefits aren't interrupted. The SSA's international connections are designed to support benefit recipients worldwide, but only work effectively if recipients actively maintain contact and update their information. In the Social Security system, the benefits you receive don't automatically continue without cooperation from you. A verification step, a notification call, or a file update could be the final barrier between financial stability and the risk of lost income. Therefore, if you're receiving benefits or helping a family member who is enjoying these benefits, don't hesitate before taking small but essential actions to protect what should be the safest part of your retirement life. If you find this information useful, don't forget to follow the channel to stay updated on the latest Social Security changes in upcoming videos. See you again soon.